Beginning of the match here, you think those slaps by Provone may have, in retrospect, not been a good idea based on the bouncer's attitude right now?
No, I don't, Joe Dombrowski, and I'm going to tell you why. Chris Provone sent a message in the early goes with that slap. He got the bouncer out of his game plan, made him lose his cool. He's lost all train of thought right now. Chris Provone taking over.
Well, certainly not the first individual Chris Provone has disrespected in the wrestling industry. Certainly won't be the last either. This guy got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, if you ask me. Thinks the world owes him something just because he was scouted by the WWE. Thinks he shouldn't have to prove himself here, but he's got to check the ego at the door, Jamie Scott.
Joe Dombrowski, whether or not he's been scouted by the World Wrestling Entertainment, whether or not he's been scouted by the Indians, God knows they need some help. But this guy is a wrestler, and he is darn good at what he does.
Can't deny that fact. This Provone, the former Chris Cage, pounding away viciously in the corner. All right, we've seen Provone in the ring in the past for Ring of Honor in recent times. 6 parting ways with the WWE, and there's no doubt that Chris Pavone's going to bounce back on his feet. There's no doubt that Provone is going to have work in this business for many, many years to come, make a lot of money. But certainly he's not going to make many friends and hasn't made many friends on the way to the top so far.
Chris Provone does not need friends. What he needs is to capture wins, and he needs to work his way up to the top right here in CAPW and wherever else he chooses to ply his trade in the near future.
A couple of pin attempts on the bouncer, not going to get 3 though.
I'll tell you what, Joe Dombrowski, the holidays are finally over, thank God, but we still got the elf in the ring. Bryce Remsburg making his slow counts. This guy needs to hightail it back to the North Pole, and we need to get a competent official in there.
I don't know what your problem is with our officiating staff. Lord knows you couldn't do a better job of it. But I think this week, last week, and in pretty much every prior week in recent memory, they've done as good of a job as they possibly can.
Joe Dombrowski, leave it to you to kiss up to the zebras. Me, I don't need to do that, because I have already got a secure position right here at Cleveland All Pro Wrestling. And right now, Chris Provone working on securing his position at the top of the rankings, clubbing away on the bouncer.
Pavone's relentless on the much larger bouncer, and he has controlled a large percentage of this contest so far. They blatant choke. And look at Pavone, getting right in the face of the official Bryce Remsburg. No respect to authority figures, no respect to anybody.
Well, look at this. He's backing up. He's giving the bouncer time to get back onto his feet. I don't know what you're talking about.
Pavone bad-mouthing everybody in sight. Pavone thinks he's cooler than the other side of the pillow, so to speak. And I think we're all going to end up hearing it before it's all said and done.
Chris Pavone, another slow count by Remsburg. What's it going to take for Remsburg to count to 3? Does he need hooked on phonics or something like that, Dombrowski?
I somehow doubt that. I think you, as well as perhaps Chris Pavone, are underestimating the bouncer.
I'm not underestimating the bouncer. The bouncer, like I said before, he's been here in CFPW. He is one of our stars. He is some homegrown talent. But I tell you what, I got to think he's in there with somebody right now, a blue chipper, if you will. One of these guys is going to rise to the top very soon. And Chris Pavone.
Bouncer trying to get that blood pumping, trying to get that second burst of adrenaline in the fans. Certainly having a big help in that as well. Bouncer up to the vertical base. But Pavone busts it back into the corner, just cuts off an attempted comeback. And look at Pavone, a little bit frustrated here that he's not having his way with Bouncer.
Oh, he's frustrated because he's got that referee, Bryce Remsburg, chirping in his ear the whole time. He's trying to concentrate on pro wrestling.
Always an excuse, right? Always an excuse for Pavone. I don't think even you would badmouth Al Snow and Lance Storm or disrespect them like Pavone seemed to do.
Al Snow, I spent a week watching an Al Snow match one night. I'll tell you what, that guy just about put me to sleep.
Al's a nice guy, he's a tremendous athlete, much like the bouncer, and much like I wish Chris Pavone was. Pavone a fantastic athlete, but not exactly the humanitarian of the year.
This is not about humanitarian of the year.
Well, I take that back because he probably bribed you.
Neither man making it up to his feet, but now they're just trading blows.
Well, you can see the physical toll that's been taken on this match so far. with both these individuals. They're both gasping for breath. The bouncer, that big frame starts to move. He starts to explode. Look at it. Power slam. Lateral press, 2 and almost a count of 3.
And Chris Provone somehow, some way, able to kick out after 300 pounds of the bouncer came crashing down on him with that power slam. Give him credit. This kid is tough.
And the clothesline duck of the elbow. Provone tries to go high risk. That standing Uranagi. Good night.
Chris Provone just hurled around the ring like the proverbial sack of potatoes by the bouncer. And he knows the thing about a sack of potatoes or two, Joe Dombrowski.
Provone knows a little something about ring positioning. Gets the foot up on the bottom rope. Bouncer, you gotta believe Bouncer had this match won if that cover would have been in the center of the ring.
Well, he totally winded Chris Provone, just draining the air right out of him with that big time Uranagi slam. Oh, look out.
Provone drops and Bouncer was going for one of his signature moves, that sit-out death valley driver. Provone just carved and dropped him.
Your winner, Chris Provone!
Chris Provone victorious. Hurry up, everybody, raise that arm in victory, that's right.
Demanding the hand be raised. And you can see that smart expression on the face of Chris Provone. He's only going to inflate that ego even further.
Dombrowski, you might think it's conceded, but I think Chris Provone is convinced that he is on his way to the top right here at CAPW.
Michael Cash here for Cleveland All Pro Wrestling on Sports Time Ohio. And I'm standing next to a team that's been away from Cleveland for a very long time, several months in fact. The team of Q&A, Virus, and Unknown. Unknown, it's been a while since we've seen you guys, and tonight you're going to be taking on a team that's wrestled all over the country, wrestled in places like Ring of Honor, but ever since coming to Cleveland All Pro, they've won over some fans. You know what I'm talking about, Irish Airborne. What are your thoughts on tonight's match?
I miss you, first of all. It's been way too long, Michael Cash. Second of all, we would still have the Cleveland All-Pro Tag Team titles if it wasn't for the injury. We had Bane and Rowe pinned. If you remember, at ringside, me and Abyss defeated Bane and Rowe for the Tag Team titles.
That's right.
Why didn't we get those then? Because of a contract dispute? It's all a bunch of crap, and I'm going to tell you it ends tonight. Irish Airborne, I don't care where these guys have been. Ring of Honor, Heartland, Dayton. I don't even know where they've been. But I'll tell you one thing, tonight we're going to go out there, we're going to have no rust, and we're going to go out there and pin Irish Airborne to the mat for the 3 count. Isn't that right, Virus?
That's right. You started for one of the most successful teams in CPW, the team of Q&A. They'll be taking on Irish Airborne tonight.